Hello and welcome. I'm Gail Thompson. One of the things I like about my craft room is I can have friends over to play. A friend of mine, Wanda, brought over these wonderful critter dies, and I thought I would see how many variations I could make. She used felt to sew onto her cards, but I'm just using cardstock. You just punch it out and just do a stitch up one hole, down the other. I'm going to show you an example where I did the back stitch and it just kind of makes a bulky mess. And it seems like it's quicker, but it's really not. And I always forget to add the little hands. So this time I remember. And all I have is just regular embroidery floss, just that DMC stuff, or you could even use any cheap floss since this isn't really clothes, it's a card. But as you can see, I'm just going to show you a partial. And I just went up one and down the other. And it makes for a nice clean edge, except for where it kind of got caught there, but you just pull it through. Now this is the pig one that I did the back stitch, and look how thick and bulky that is. So I prefer to just do the simple, go all the way around, up one, down one, reverse and go around the other way. I wanted to show you a couple things about these dies. For one, they punch a lot of little holes. So I just took some wax paper and ran it through to help those little tiny pieces pop out better and not get all clogged up in the card, because it seems like after you do it a couple of times, you have buildup in there and you have to punch it all out. So using the wax paper does help. Now I'm going to fold the card base in half. It's going to wind up 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 when it's all done, but this is slightly smaller than that. And then I'm going to get all those little wax paper pieces out using my tool in one. You don't want to leave any little tiny pieces on your platform either, or you will have little pock marks in your animals, because sometimes they'll get embedded in the cut marks. So beware of that. I had that happen. So there you see I'm partial die cutting this. I want this to fold, so I put it beneath the cut line so that I would be able to fold this piece. So I put it right below the ears there. Now I got this all stitched up through the magic of television, and now I'm just going to start placing my little tiny pieces. And there are lots of little tiny pieces, and I don't use them all. This happens to be the panda die, but I'm turning this little guy into a raccoon just to get more use. I love to stretch dies because they're so expensive. You might as well see what you can do. And I'm just kind of spacing it out because I'm going to make this one a gift card holder. I'm using my Lawn Fawn glue tube that I've become pretty fond of. I haven't had a bit of problem with it, so I'm going to continue using it more than I do the multimedia mat now. And I'm just going to put on the little eye patches. I did want to take a second and wish everyone a happy Mother's Day. And I'm just not going to babble. I'm just going to let you watch. This is the Woolly Panda die, and it has some differences from the Plush Pet, the puppy die that I also make the pig out of. This one doesn't have sew on hands, it has glue on hands. So I'm just taking my Lawn Fawn strong, it's a strong adhesive, and it'll do a good job. And I've said this before, it gives you wiggle room, but not as much as some liquid. So you want to be a little on the ball. And this one also has legs, whereas the other one, it's kind of built in more. So I tried to get the legs positioned together You kind of just line them up on the side. And then I made an extra inside and backer to cover up where things are glued. The big thing is to try to match them up. Now you're going to see where I kind of do an epic dumb thing. I put all this glue on and I actually put it up by the ears, which is major dumb because the card goes below the ears so that it can fold. But I was able to wipe it off and no one will be the wiser. It dries clear. I decided it was probably the easiest to mark where that other leg is because you just want the front and the back to match up. So I just took a pen. No one's going to see this because we're going to cover it up as well. You just kind of have to work around the little dots a little bit there. I really wish I could craft as fast as this, but I speed things up so that I don't bore you. See, everything's all finished and covered. Now comes the decorating. Folks like to learn how to do the eyes using the Nuvo drops. You put a nice round blob of the white on, and then you tap it so that it kind of spreads out a little bit. And then you take your black onyx and you just drop a little bit in the center. And it'll sit on top and then it'll sink in, especially when you tap it a little bit. And they're just the cutest eyes and really easy to make. And now I'm taking some glossy accents and I'm going to make him have a little shiny nose. That will dry completely clear. And here's the finished card. See how he's holding a gift card and standing up? Really, really cute, I think. And then here's the piggy that I'm going to give to my little niece. And I put the little tail in there. And this also has a pull-out card that you can write a little note on. And I used little, the eyes, the googly eyes. I just happen to have purple ones, so I used them. And here's the dog that we worked on. I made the same kind of eyes, put a little fluffy tail on him just for fun. And I just used it as a business card holder. And then here is the panda. And I embroidered this using multicolored embroidery floss. I just glued the flower on. And here are all the card examples for today. I hope you enjoyed this video and you will try stitching a card and send a card to somebody this week. I'm going to make that my goal, to send out at least one card and make a smile a week. Please hit that subscribe button and come back and see me and tell your friends. And I love getting your comments and likes. I will be back again next week with a Concord and 9th initial stamp. And here are another couple videos that I thought you might want to check out. Hope you have a great day. Come back and see me. Bye-bye.